We all face hardships in one form or another in our lives. But at 16, she's already learned, although we may not control our circumstances, we do control our reactions. Her mantra, the best way to live life is with an open heart.
Hello, We Day! Dinners at my house aren't typical family meals. There are 10 kids, so my mom makes enough food to feed an army. But what makes them special is more than just the head count. I come from an exceptional family. 8 out of the 10 of us have special needs. We've drawn inspiration from what may seem as our weaknesses and turned them into strengths. My brother, who's legally blind and a quadriplegic, and my sister, who's developmentally delayed, both volunteer with kids with physical disabilities. Every one of us, including my parents, is an active volunteer. Hearing my siblings share their stories is what inspired me to find my own way to create change. I'm involved with the Think Pink Club at my school. We raise awareness about mental health issues and advocate against bullying to create a more supportive community. This past summer, I joined another kind of supportive community on a meet-a-week trip to Africa with Free the Children. Okay, I know you've heard it before, but honestly, it really was a life-changing experience. I got to see zebras, lions, and elephants. I literally got to mix cement, carry bricks, and lay the foundation for a child's education. Believe it or not, these were just minor highlights of my trip. After an hour drive down dirt roads, I pulled up to the Baraka Health Clinic. I saw modern facilities and a fully stocked pharmacy where moms can give birth safely and sick children can get the medicine they need. I saw how access to healthcare changes lives. And then I met Naomi and Faith. They're 10 and 15. They play Stella Ella Ola and Ring Around the Rosie. They're kids, just like you and me. And they both have HIV. They were born with it, just like 3 million other children around the world who live with it every day. They told me that they take their medications, and they're too busy living their lives to the fullest to think much about it. Next, it was my turn. I didn't know where to start. I was so moved by meeting these two beautiful, strong girls. I saw myself in them. Like me, they have tons of siblings, love to sing and dance, and are quick to connect with people. But it was more than that, because there's something that you might not expect, and something I haven't told you about myself. I also have HIV. Like them, I was born with it. Let me explain. I came from a troubled family. My birth father wasn't really able to care for me, and my birth mother was an addict, an alcoholic, and was violent at times. When I was born, I was so weak that I couldn't breathe on my own. So the doctors hooked me up to life support and did a blood test. And that's when they found HIV in my blood. The doctors weren't too hopeful, and neither was Children's Aid. So they placed me with my adoptive parents and told them to prepare for the worst. Clearly, I had other plans. My body fought back, slowly. At 6 months old, I weighed 8 pounds, about the size of a newborn. At 5, I weighed 23 pounds, the same as a healthy 1-year-old. But my adoptive parents knew I was a fighter. And standing here with all of you today, I can't even tell you how amazing this feels for me. Because I wasn't supposed to be here. Not just at We Day. I wasn't supposed to be alive. But here I am, and I feel great. trip, one of the biggest fears is that I meet some of the 25 million people in Africa who live with HIV or AIDS. That I'd see people without the medication or doctors they need. That I'd come face to face with the differences between HIV in Canada and HIV in Africa. That's why access to healthcare is so important. Naomi and Faith are alive because of healthcare. They are alive because of Baraka. I'm here today on behalf of Naomi and Faith. Together, we are sharing our experiences to help others and to reduce the stigma around HIV. We need your help to create a more accepting community. And the first step is to accept yourselves. Often we shrink away from having the difficult conversations. We don't talk about eating disorders. We ignore the ugly face of disease. We brush off mental health issues. But they're a part of life, and we need to tackle them head on. I learned at a young age that challenges are part of life. Your challenge may not be HIV. It may be depression, bullying, or cancer. I hope you've learned one thing from my story, and I hope that we can all turn our weaknesses into strengths. We can all overcome our challenges and use them to help others. I'm here as proof of that. Don't be ashamed of what makes you unique. In fact, I have a saying, rock your differences. We all face doubts. And when I do, I think back to Naomi and Faith. And I know that I have the inner strength and courage that I need. I learned about my own inner strength from them. I hope you learned a bit about yours from me. Thank you, Whedon!